How are you betting that plays into the midterms?
Well, we've made clear as Democrats that as we move forward in terms of our public policy agenda, that the American people deserve much better than what they've gotten from this administration, which has been an unprecedented assault on the economy, on healthcare, on nutritional assistance, on veterans, on farmers, on law-abiding immigrant families, on nutritional assistance, on the rule of law, and of course on the American way of life. And that we're going to focus as Democrats on lowering the high cost of living, fixing our broken health care system, and cleaning up corruption. Because we're experiencing corruption in real time here in America. Donald Trump and his administration make Richard Nixon look like a choir boy. That's the level of corruption that we've seen. And it hurts the American people because Donald Trump is more focused on rewarding his friends on Wall Street by doing things like finding $40 billion to bail out Argentina, and he can't find a dime to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits, or is withholding billions of dollars in SNAP assistance that the administration has because it's been allocated by Congress in order to cause children in America to go hungry. That's Republican policy.
If I can just follow up, just one more fine point on it. Healthcare is a fight that you are happy to have heading into the midterms.
This is not political for us. This is about making life better for the American people. And it certainly is the case that in working to make that happen, we've got to fix our broken healthcare system and decisively address the Republican healthcare crisis. Question on SNAP?
So if the Senate somehow did pass the Hawley bill to fund SNAP, would you, as Democrats, support that as a case?
Leader Thune has expressed opposition apparently to the Hawley bill, so it doesn't seem like anything is going to happen there because Republicans clearly want to weaponize hunger, and that's unfortunate. The best path forward is for Donald Trump to instruct his administration to spend the money that has already been allocated by Congress, more than $5 billion that they have in an emergency contingency fund for moments like this to ensure that there's continuity in terms of SNAP benefits. And as has been the case for weeks now, the American people will continue to hold Republicans accountable for the shutdown, for the refusal to reopen the government, for the failure to address the healthcare crisis that extremist Republicans have created, and now for the possibility that 42 million Americans, including 16 million children, 8 million seniors, and over 1 million veterans may go hungry because the Trump administration wants to cut off SNAP benefits on November 1st.
Thank you. If Democrats are successful in Virginia and New Jersey, will you take that as a sign to keep up the fight, not reopen the government, or that your demands on healthcare be met? And then separately, how many briefings total have you received on the U.S. military strikes in Venezuela? And have you seen sufficient evidence that those were drug votes that they established?
There's been zero evidence presented to me, and I believe that has been presented to the Gang of Eight and certainly to the Congress to justify the strikes that have taken place based on what has been presented to us by the administration. It's my understanding that there is going to be a briefing tomorrow that I think will be hosted by the Armed Services Committee, and we'll see whether the administration can finally come forward with evidence as to the nature of the people who are being killed, their connection to the drug trade, and what legal authority does the administration have to engage in what some have characterized as extrajudicial killings. In terms of what may happen next Tuesday, that's on the non-governmental side. And our commitment to the American people from the very beginning of this shutdown drama that Donald Trump and Republicans have jammed down the throats of everyday Americans in ways that are causing significant pain is that we will find a bipartisan path forward to enact a spending agreement that actually makes sense for the American people, but at the same time addresses real needs of everyday Americans, working class Americans, and middle class Americans. That's who we're fighting for. Not the wealthy, the well-off, and the well-connected. We leave that to the Republicans. They do that well. We're fighting for everyday Americans, which includes addressing the healthcare crisis that is jamming them up. Now, what happens in Virginia and New Jersey and California, where I'm very confident that we will be successful, doesn't have anything to do, in my view, with the outcome in reopening the government. First of all, we need House Republicans to just show up for work. Are they coming back to Washington next Monday? It remains to be seen. And we need them to just simply commit to engaging with Democrats on Capitol Hill. Like, just give us a little bit of time. You've given Hamas time. Donald Trump has found time to give to the Chinese Communist Party, but can't spend a minute to reopen the government for the American people. Well, at the same time, we've seen Donald Trump bulldoze half the White House so he can create a ballroom where he will be celebrated by his sycophants like a king. This is extraordinary stuff. The American people know the Trump administration has gone too far. They are rejecting his policies, rejecting Republican policies. Republicans have broken every promise that they made on the campaign trail. Life isn't getting better. It's getting worse. The majority of the American people have consistently now said that the country is moving in the wrong direction. And as Democrats, we're committed to getting things back on track. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.